My name's Javier, and
This is the name.
people think wood is wood. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. My name's Javier, and part owner of Chief Firewood. Chief Firewood is owned. It's a two-part owner between my father and I. We've been doing it for over 30 years now. We just kind of fell into it. My father started doing firewood when he got out the oil fields. The oil fields started going down back in the early 90s, and he started doing firewood as a side hustle. And then as time progressed, I got older. I started helping him out. And then, I mean, we done firewood, but never on the level that we do it now. Right. You know, we always supplied wholesale. I mean, we've always sold, 1,000, 2,000 cords a year, but we weren't selling to the restaurants like we do now, to all your top barbecue joints and whatnot. And that's why I said we kind of fell into.
This is the name that's plastered everywhere around Austin, San Antonio.
We go to Austin, Houston, and Dallas.
Yeah.
We do Dallas. The logistics for us getting up to Dallas, they play a factor in price.
Right.
So we don't go up to Dallas much, but we do go up to Dallas. We do have several accounts. Yes, that's it. That's our in-house trucking.
Yeah.
We do work with different freight companies. I mean, we could get wood anywhere you want it. Well, we truck it in. We do it a number of different ways. We have some crews that go out and cut wood, and they produce it on site. We got some, logging crews that bring, whole log. New York, Washington, Dubai.
Is that Dubai?
Yes, sir. We got.
So you ship worldwide.
Yes. We got all the means and to make it happen. Yes. Right now we're in the winter season, so right now we're making bundles. So this here is your bundles that you find at your gas station. We split it. We do everything. We go out, we cut it, we split it. We put it in bundles, we put it in racks,
in cages.
We put it in the cages. Yeah.
So you oversee everything.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All post oak. Those racks that you see there, that's all post oak. That's ready to go.
Very good.
We have to keep several on hand. Ready to ship here. This is where we work. Our post oak and fill up racks of post oak there. We try to keep it out from underneath so we can work. When it's hot, we're in the shade, and when it rains, we're underneath this the awning and whatnot.
Now, these cages, you call them cages?
I call them cages.
Okay.
Right.
These are everywhere with your name on it.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
How you came about to create a cage like that?
Well, it was between my father and I, because when we first started doing it, we would load up the trucks, load them up. We would throw all the wood on the truck. We would stack the wood on the truck. Then we would offload stick by stick. And in this Texas heat, it's time consuming, and I wasn't a fan of the heat, doing the hard manual labor. So I told my father, I said, we have to figure something else. We have to figure something out, make it easier for the delivery, So we came up with this rack system. Each rack holds a half a cord of wood, so the customer always knows what they're getting. And then and it makes it easy. It's a nice presentation, at the restaurants and whatnot. Makes it for a fast, clean, easy delivery.
So you drop off.
I'll leave
and you
full racks and pick up the empty racks. If you look over here, we have some mesquite. It's a red color. This is good for grilling, for your chicken fajitas and beef fajitas.
Heat as well.
Yes, sir. Yeah, this is a high heat. Yes, sir. Some people use it the smoke with, brisket and whatnot. But you really have to know what you're doing if you're gonna smoke brisket.
Well, Javier, how big is the property?
We're sitting on about 25 acres, but not all of the 25 acres is with wood. I mean, we might have a house, or we got a house back there on it, but Yeah, I mean,
Majority is wood, right?
the majority's wood. Like right here, you see this pile here. This here is wood that is semi-seasoned. It's cut from dead trees, but it still has moisture in it, and it's not ready to go. Some other wood vendors might sell it, you know, because they cut it and they don't have the time to let it sit,
Right.
and they're gonna sell it.
Or the
You know,
space.
yeah, or the space.
Yeah.
But you know, it's not properly cured. It's not 100% cured, so it's there. You know, getting that last little bit of moisture out of it.
Oh, that's a lot of wood
Yeah.
here.
This,
God bless.
yes, and then this pile here that you see, well, all these pallets here, that's all post oak. But the pile behind it, that's all live oak. If you see this pile over yonder, you see it's a whole lot darker. And
How long did we buy that?
that pile there, it's probably been there about a year now. And if you can see that, you know, we've been we've been filling up our racks from
Yeah.
here. You know, this pile came out all the way to the tree, and we've been you know, sir.
That's good to know.
Yep. And then if you turn around, you look here, all this wood is, if you notice it,
Yeah, this is
bark.
It's
It's bark.
ready.
It's bark.
busted,
It
yeah.
don't have
Yeah.
don't have any bark on it. It's nice splits.
This is clean.
This, yes, yeah. This is a lot of grilling places want it. A lot of your pizza places use it, and we have, believe it or not, we might have a barbecue place or two that
Yeah.
likes this
Yes.
kind of wood.
This is clean wood right
Mhm.
here. Well, this is oak, right?
It's all post
All
oak.
post oak.
All post oak.
So this is seasoned.
Yes, sir.
This is it's still seasoned.
It's still colored. Yeah,
ready, I guess.
it's ready.
Yeah.
That's the reason we threw it in here, but it's already
ready.
It's already just about ready to go.
Yeah.
I mean, this is here. We still haven't started picking from it. We still feel like it still needs a little bit more the season. And then if you look at this pile here, it's grid. Yes, this is stuff that's been coming in. And if you look down towards the end of it, you know, when we first started,
The color changes.
the color changes. Yeah. You know, there at the end, the wood, it fell, it collapsed on us. But the color changes. It shrinks, and then once you start moving it, when it dries up, the bark falls off. So, believe it or not, you lose a lot when that yeah, you lose volume when that bark is falling off the.
See a lot of firewood places using this totes.
Yes, sir.
Call them right totes.
Yes, sir.
What do you think of those?
I mean, they work.
You work,
know,
right?
They work. They get the job done.
Not as good as the
Not as good as the cages. You know, my cages, they got doors on them that can be locked. You know, they got roofs to keep them protected from the elements.
and you see all the wood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then these totes right here, they don't quite hold a half a quart of wood.
And they break easy.
And they
yeah.
I mean, you look
Not
at
durable.
look at this right here. You know,
Yeah.
it's already,
They're not durable.
excuse the trash.
They're not.
Yeah, they're not.
Yeah.
They're not durable.
Well, this part right here, beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah.
All seasoned wood.
Yes, sir.
Very nice.
And all that is just waste.
Yep.
I mean, that's just all the scrap. You know, that's what's in
Yeah.
the tote. We just
Right.
pile it up there, and we don't have an outlet for it. That's the conveyor. It goes up the conveyor, and the greenwood.
What would you say percentage of post oak in your yard here?
Oh, I would say probably 95%. 95% is all post oak, followed by mesquite and then pecan. Yeah, I mean that pile over yonder is pecan.
Yeah.
We'll keep walking further to the back. We have some pretty big piles of pecan.
This is some nice seasoned wood, right?
Yes, sir. And this is all
This is nice.
heartwood.
Yep.
All no bark. There's
No bars, and it's very dense.
Very dense.
Nice.
Very dense. Believe it or not, I've learned, you know, from working with different pit masters, that dense wood is harder to work with.
Right.
So they don't like it. So we separate it, and we do have customers that love the stuff.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
I got a customer up in Montana that loves barkless wood, and that's what I ship to him. Nothing but barkless wood. This here is freshly split and cut, so that's why it got that yellow color. That's yesterday I was at the Texas Monthly Festival, and I had a demonstration, and I was demonstrating that because this here, it's the same wood. It's the same wood. It's just been weathered a little bit. And then this here, like I said, it's freshly cut. I mean, we probably cut it and split it, you know, last week. This stuff here has been sitting in the sun, so it gets that brown, black color there.
Javier,
Yeah.
what's so special about Poststone, man? Everybody,
It's just really
Poststone, there's that.
it burns really clean. it doesn't overpower the smoke, doesn't overpower the meat. I mean, it gives it just the right amount of smoke. So I mean, and it,
You take the best species of oak, best kind of oak.
I would say it is. I would say it is. I would say post oak is the best species of oak that there is.
Name post. You know the story behind it.
I know somewhat.
Yeah.
When they're young, when the tree is young, it grows pretty straight. So both back in the days, I guess back in the 1800s, they used to use the post oak trees for fence posts. For fence posts, yeah, because when the post oak is maybe 4 6 inches,
Yeah.
it's a pretty straight tree.
So you use it as a from
They would use it for fence posts.
fence.
Exactly.
That's where the name has.
Exactly.
Oh, I came to your wood yard.
Yes,
I
sir.
thought it was gonna be a small place with a few pallets or or stacks, whatever you want to call it. I'm very impressed with the size of the place, the amount of wood that's in here.
Well, for the
Now I can tell why your name is everywhere around Central Texas.
yes, sir.
How is the barbecue joints when they need wood? Do you have a schedule or did you hear you out of the clue and say, hey, yeah, we need wood?
A lot of them order out the blue, which I don't like. Yeah, but that's why they like my service because they can deliver. I deliver. They can call me. They call me tonight and say, you know what? I messed up. I need wood tomorrow.
And seasoned wood, not any.
Yeah, and somehow, shape, form, or fashion, I'm gonna have them wood. I'm not. Me personally, I like to mix them. I like to mix them all. I like to mix. I like to mix.
Yeah.
I put in 2 sticks of oak. Might put in 1 stick of pecan
Pecan, right?
and 1 stick of mesquite.
Look at this one, man. This is a nice piece of wood right here. Very light. I can tell this is seasoned well.
Yeah, and believe it or not, this wood here, pecan dries so quick. This
It does.
wood here, this wood was green when we cut it, and we cut this wood, I think maybe in June.
Oh,
And here we are. What?
6 months.
Not even 6 months, and it's seasoned. I mean,
agree.
we can't sit on pecan too long. We sit on it too long, then it'll start rotting.
This is a conveyor. that
Then
goes-
yeah, it's a conveyor, and this is actually a splitter. Yes, yep.
This is where all the splitting is
Oh,
happening.
Oh, some of it, yeah, some of it, yeah. We built this one here. We built this unit here.
This is
It's
a nice piece of
it's
equipment.
a nice piece of equipment.
Now, Javier, what's the hardest wood to split?
The hardest wood to split is live oak.
Live oak.
Live oak is the hardest wood to split. It's very stringy. The grains grow intertwined.
Right.
If you look at some woods, you can see the grains go straight down. Yes, easy to split.
Yeah.
Live oak, the grains grow
Right.
intertwined. So
Right.
when you're splitting it, I mean, you're
Yeah.
cutting all those grains and fighting with it. Look, we cut all our wood at between 17 and 18 inches. 17 and 18.
17, 18 at diameter.
We have different splits. We have our standard split. Our standard split can be anywhere from 3.5 inches to maybe 5 inches. I say if you can't grab it with one hand, if you can't grab a piece of wood with one hand, it's too big.
It's too big, right?
We don't push too much hickory, but if customers want it, we have it.
It's popular in Texas.
It's not too popular.
Not too
I run across a lot of people that tell me I smoked with nothing but hickory. Once they try post oak,
Yeah.
they no longer. This pile right here is hickory.
Hickory right here.
This is hickory wood.
It probably won't be split or anything, right?
Yeah, I mean it's there. We get customers that ask for it, then we'll come and
Special order.
then we'll start picking from it. And then this right here is our beast. This is our wood processor.
Yes.
I mean, this thing right here, you control it.
That's real.
You control it from the cab. I mean, you got that big circular saw there, 60-inch circular saw. You put your logs up there on that live deck, bring it here, cut it, and then right now we got it looks like the 8-way wedge on it. So when it's 8-way wedge, so when that piece of wood goes through it, you get 8 pieces of wood.
Yeah.
And we have a 12-way wedge on it, 16-way wedge on it. But the post oak is a real gnarly piece of wood like this here.
That's what I hear.
This here, this
Yeah,
knot.
all the nuts.
So if you run this through that
Yeah.
through that there, you're gonna lose all this.
Oh, yes.
This is all gonna turn to trash. So if you run the single way splitter on it, you can at least probably get a few pieces in of it.
Some.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
How often do you turn this on?
We don't turn it on much. I'm gonna be honest with you. We don't turn it on much. When we first bought it, we thought it was going to be the answer to all our questions of producing firewood, and once we started seeing all the scrap that it makes, it's almost hard to justify when you're paying by the ton
Right.
for logs, and then you produce the wood, and then half of it turns into trash.
Yeah.
Turns into waste, and if you don't have an outlet for it, so you just
Losing money.
losing money. Exactly. So,
Another pile.
another pile. This here is let me see. It's post oak. I just wasn't sure if it was a special split, but that's a tumbler for all the scrap to come out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when we run our wood processor, it will go up the conveyor, then it will go through that tumbler, and if you notice in that tumbler, it has different sections. You see there?
Yeah.
And the first section is a screen, so then that's where all your dirt and the small stuff will come, and then you'll start getting your smaller stuff like this that will fall through it,
Yeah.
and then
Large pieces.
larger
Yeah.
pieces, and then at the very end you get nothing but clean wood. You get the size of wood that.
So what is the purpose of putting the wood through this one? Clean. But
This doesn't come out at the end.
okay.
We want good pieces of wood
Yeah.
to come out at the end.
Right.
So the purpose of this is to get all this out of the good clean wood that we like. That splitter, that's a different splitter there that we're working on. I mean, that we're splitting wood with, and it looked like that splitter there is splitting nothing but a pizza grade wood,
Which is smaller split.
smaller splits. No two
Thinner.
yes sir, no two cooks are the same. Everybody's different, but there's a lot of your pizza guys that like small split.
Right.
They like the small splits because they're not looking for a coal, they're looking more for a flame. When they put that wood in there,
Yeah.
they want it to ignite.
Yeah.
They want that brick oven to get up
Yeah.
to 1500 degrees
Yeah.
right away, like that. So they're not looking for
Yeah.
coals.
Yeah.
Your barbecue joints, they want a good solid coal bed, but then you got to give them a variety of different
Right.
splits, because sometimes stuff like this gets mixed in there.
The pizza and the barbecue, they're not the same.
Yeah, no, totally not the same.
Yeah.
Totally different.
Two different ball games.
Two totally different ball games.
Which splitter you use the most? This one or the? Oh, you use both of them the same.
Yeah, we use them both just about the
They
same.
look pretty much similar, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, and then
Nice.
we get a lot of wood that is trucked in, blocked.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's all trucked in a log form, and then we block it up and split it. I mean, if you would have came maybe 2 months ago,
Yeah.
this here was plumb full with log.
Right.
I'm talking, when I would say plumb full, it was plumb full, and we just run everything through the wood process.
You still the biggest customers.
Huh?
I mean, what business is your biggest? Is it barbecue, pizza, homes,
Barbecue.
barbecue?
Yeah, barbecue is, I keep wanting to say it's at its peak, but it seems like it's just, it just keeps, more and more people keep getting into
Right.
barbecue. We just recently launched our store, so when the video comes out, our store will be open. It's open now as we speak. We have 12-inch mini logs, 8-inch mini logs. We have smoking chunks. It's at chieffirewood.com. We can ship anywhere about the United States.
Very nicely.
This here, these are the totes, and these are just scrap wood. I mean, it's scrap, but we still got to try to find an outlet for it.
You
Some-
always barbecue.
Yeah, I mean, it's still good wood. I mean, like you look at this piece of wood here, it's broke off here, but I mean, it's probably maybe 13 inches. It's still a good piece of wood, but I'm not going to take this to my client.
Of course.
I'm not. But some other wood vendors do, you know what I mean? Some other wood vendors do, and that's why that's why they lose the clientele, and that's why I end up
That's what
picking them up.
difference. That's your business is bad.
Exactly.
Lot of toasty, man.
Uh, this here is wood that comes in daily from dead trees. Stuff like this gets mixed in, but we're not gonna send this to the customer. So we separate it, and then when we split it, we might even get let's see, some uglier wood, which you're not gonna get too much out of it, but we separate this. We don't take this to the customers. This right here does not pass our grade of what a customer gets. Some wood vendors might take this. I mean, they might take that to but that's what separates us. That's why we're the best. Because we don't take this. We'll find the outlet for it, but we don't take this as premium firewood to our customers. Like I was showing you earlier, all our wood, like you see there on the pallets, you don't see none of this in those pallets.
Those pallets right here.
And then here, these are just pallets of all this wood was green when we put it on pallets, and you see the plastic is already getting that, it's starting to rot, and
But the wood is good.
the wood is good. Yeah,
That's
the wood is good. Yeah, we're just letting it season. Our racks are for our commercial accounts only.
Right.
So then you get your homeowners and whatnot that want a half a quart of wood, and then versus taking them
time buyer who's probably won't.
yeah, exactly. Versus giving them a rack, we sell it on pallets. Or somebody wants to come, and buy 10 cords of wood.
Right.
They want to save money. They don't want to pay freight. I was talking to somebody that wants to come from, I think, Idaho. He wants to buy wood to come and pick up. So they'll take wood like this.
Yeah, the pallets are free.
It's a whole lot easier to load up the pallets versus hand tossing, 10 cords on a truck. Yeah. This here, we're just starting on, like, how the piles that you see, how we go. We stack our piles up high. So this here is all green mesquite. So we're just starting on this. We got our little walls going, and as we go unloading the trucks and bring the conveyor over here, and going up with the pile, we'll stack around and just keep going up. Yes, sir.
Thank you for the hospitality, man.
Absolutely.
Thank you for showing me around.
Oh yeah,
A lot of good informations, a lot of things to know about your business, about your everything here.
I don't mind sharing. People think wood is wood. A lot of people is like, oh, you just go cut down a tree, and they think wood is wood. No, there's a lot. There's different species of wood, but a lot goes into it as well.
Yeah, well, all right, kid.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.